Talk, the boxing show where we bring you a sweet science straight up with no twist. And my next guest is an undefeated fighter, 18-0, 15 KOs. Whenever this guy fights, it's big news. Southpaw climbing up the super lightweight division, looking for big things in 2017. In 2016, he had a heck of a year, knocking guys out left and right. I don't know anybody that's not singing the praises of your skill and your power and your dedication. And we're going to see you again soon, and we love to have you on as always. And we love to have you back. Regis Prograis, how you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm doing perfect, man. How y'all doing? Thanks for having me on.
Oh, pleasure is all ours as always. And you have not been in the ring since June. So first tell us the reason for the layoff and when are you going to fight? From my understanding, you do have a fight scheduled soon, February 20th.
Yeah, I'm actually fighting next Saturday. I had an eye injury in sparring, so I had an injury in sparring, so I couldn't. The doctor told me sit out for a little. I'll just go ahead and rest it, so I did that. And now I'm finally getting back in the ring, and I'll be back in the ring next Saturday in Biloxi, Mississippi at the Hard Rock Casino Hotel. So I can't wait for that. Being back.
Oh, that's good news here, and sorry to hear about your injury. When you suffer an injury in sparring like that, is there any second guessing? Do you say, well, maybe was it a situation of maybe you sparring too much or sparring too hard, or of that nature? I hear fighters all the time when I have them on talk about sometimes they have sparring matches against top guys that are sometimes even more competitive than some of their prize fights. Was there anything like that going on due to the injury?
Well, basically, yeah, my sparring is, I credit my sparring for a lot of my success because my sparring is tough. At our gym, downtown main gym, we have a lot of tough sparring, a lot of good guys in there. And, my sparring is definitely harder than the fights, So, yeah, we have, I'm not going to say we have ring wars, but it's kind of like we do. It's always top competition. It's always, because it's in our gym, it's a lot of, up-and-coming fighters. So everybody's basically trying to prove themselves, basically, So, yeah, man, it's so much work in the gym. It's so much good work. And, sparring is, for me, it's tougher than the fights, because sometimes I spar 10 to, 14 rounds with, maybe if I spar, 14 rounds or something like that, I'll go with 5 or 6 different people, and they coming in fresh, and they good. These are good pros. These are good professionals. And, they coming at me, and that's how I get better. So, yeah, sparring is real tough at our gym.
Now, I understand the part about you getting better and all that, and it's great. But, Regis, you don't get paid to spar, right? I mean, you certainly don't get paid as much as if you would in your professional fights. So do you ever think about maybe I should take it a little easy because if I get put on the shelf for another 6 months, where's my paydays coming? Did anybody say that to you after the injury?
Yeah, now it's I'm getting a little older, so now that is that's gonna start to happen. Sparring, it'll go down, and because like I said, at our gym, we have I train around a lot of killers all day, so of course the sparring is always going to be kind of hard. So, now I'll start to, just bring it down a little bit and won't probably spar as much. But as far as the injury went, I got thumbed in my eye, and, it's something that, I guess, it happens. It's just something that happens, So if I would have been sparring a lot or a little bit, if it would have happened, it would have happened. So I don't think I could have did anything about that, So right now I just go ahead and I change my headgear up and, I just changed my headgear and hopefully, it should happen now. I got a different headgear.
Well, as that's going on, a big gap there, what do you do to keep yourself busy? What do you do to keep yourself in shape during that time?
Well, actually, before the injury, during the injury, and after the injury, I've been in the gym. I've been in the gym this whole time, So it might seem like I haven't been training, but of course, I've been training the whole time. I still been going to the gym. I still been doing that. And actually, when I got injured, when I did have the eye injury, I was scheduled to fight. I was supposed to fight in Mississippi in October, but I think it happened Right. It happened like I think like 5 weeks before the fight, and so my recovery time was 6 weeks, so I couldn't fight. That's why. But yeah, I've been in the gym the whole time. I'm always in the gym. Even I go to New Orleans and I go to the gym, so I'm always in the gym no matter what.
All right. Well, not to give away strategies or anything, Regis, but I hear all the time there's a difference between staying in shape and being in fighting shape. How confident
Yeah,
are
it
you, and what have
definitely
you
is.
been doing to stay in fighting shape?
I just been keep doing. I do what I do, man. I stay in the gym. Like I said, I've been training. My training camp is all right. So I'm not gonna give away my strategy, of course. But when I'm in training camp, I'm training about 3 times a day, and when I'm not, I'm training about twice a day. So, it's basically like that extra workout when I'm in training camp, just to get me in shape a little more. But like I said, I'm always in the gym. No matter what, I'm always in the gym. I'm always doing something. So, that's how I kind of stay in shape because I miss it too much. I love boxing so much that I can't even stay away. They told me they can tell me to stay away from a couple of months, but I can't. So I'll have to go to the gym anyway, no matter what.
Well, that kind of leads into my next question. You're a guy who has been up till this point very active. That kind of a layoff, mentally, how do you handle it?
Yeah, well, we'll see how it happens in the ring. We'll see what happens next Saturday, right? But mentally, it does mess with me because I haven't been in live action for a while, and this has been, one of my biggest layoffs. So, we'll see how I shake the ring rust off on Saturday. But as far as everything else, everything else, it was kind of frustrating because, I couldn't fight for a while. So, yeah, it was all that was frustrating. But, now I'm glad that I'm finally getting back into it and I can go back and perform again.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about next Saturday. You mentioned the venue. Not sure who your opponent is, so give us some of the details there.
Well, the venue, the Hard Rock Casino Hotel, Biloxi, Mississippi, and I forgot my opponent's name, but I know he's a southpaw, so that'll be a change up in some things. And I think I know I'm the main event, and I'm not sure of the channel. I know it'll be on TV, but I'm not sure of the channel yet. But yeah, next Saturday, Biloxi, Mississippi, at the Hard Rock Casino Hotel, and I'll fight.
Oh, that's good.
So.
Good to see that you're on TV. I know you've been on Showbox a bunch of times, so I'm not sure that we got internet television now where there's a lot of boxing on internet television. So as soon as you find out, pass that information towards us so we know. You mentioned fighting the southpaw. What about that? Obviously, you're a southpaw. Talk about your experiences of fighting southpaws. Do you spar against a lot of southpaws? A lot of guys, they hear southpaw, they run the other way. And you probably experienced that on the other side of things. Now you're facing one. How is the preparation different?
Yeah, well, of course, you spar with southpaws and stuff like that. Yeah, nobody likes to fight southpaws. Even southpaws, I don't even, nobody likes to fight a southpaw, but you got to do what you got to do sometimes. But yeah, my preparation, I've been sparring other southpaws. I've been sparring with Ricardo Williams. He's a real good, slick southpaw, and I learned a lot from him over the years. I mean, it's not the first time I spar with him. I've been sparring him for about maybe like 8 or 9 years now. So, yeah, I got a lot of experience from southpaws, and we have a lot of other good southpaws in our gym, and, switching up between southpaws and right-handed. But, yeah, southpaws nobody likes fighting a southpaw, But, like I said, you got to if that's who they going to put in front of me, then, that's what it is. So, I'll be ready for them. And I just can't wait till next Saturday.
Now, you're a rarity in the sense where you're a southpaw, but you're also a power puncher, incredible knockout record. So how hard has it been over the years for you to get opponents with that? And now you're climbing up the ranks. The 140-pound division is wide open. You're hanging up the rank. I mean, guys, southpaw who could punch. How hard has it been for you to get the guys you want in the ring, and do you anticipate problems like that in the future?
Yeah, well, of course, I'm pretty sure it's going to be hard. That question, I guess that goes to my manager. I'm pretty sure it's hard to get me opponents. That'll go to, my management team and the Bella, to try to get me opponents. But, yeah, Like I said, I'm pretty sure it is. It's hard to get me people, but now, like I'm climbing up the ranks, so now they gonna have to, I'll be mandatory. I guess in a few fights I'll be mandatory, and I'm trying to get the belt. So yeah, I do have a different type of style. I'm not. I can be slick sometimes if I want to be, but most of the time I go in and I hurt people, and that's my style. I go in. I'm a southpaw, but I go in to destroy people. That's my whole style. I want to go and I want to hurt my opponent. It sounds brutal, but boxing is a brutal sport, and some people might say the points, but professional boxing is just all about hurting your opponent and getting them out of there, and people like that. That's what people pay to watch. They pay to watch the knockouts. They pay to watch blood, and that's what I'm giving people. Like I said, it sounds kind of brutal, but it's a brutal sport. So like I said, I go in there and I do what I do. Because I know my style is kind of different. I'm a southpaw, but I don't fight like a southpaw too much. I can, but it depends. It depends what I want to do that night. And I can't wait to show people. I can't wait to show the world, what I can really do. To me, I haven't had a fight yet to where I can really show people what I can really do. I have so many tools in my bag, and not yet. I didn't show people that all the things that I can really do. Most people know me for being a knockout puncher, and then some people say I can throw a lot of punches, and some people say my endurance is high, and then some people say I have power, some people say I have speed. I want that one fight where the whole world can see how versatile I really am. And so, I am climbing up the ranks now, so hopefully that'll be coming soon. Hopefully. We'll see.
Now, you scheduled a fight next week. You've been training. You've been sparring and all that. You had the layoff. Talk about your anticipation when you step on the scale for the weigh-in. If you were to estimate around what weight are you going to weigh in for this fight?
Well, I have to be at 140. So, of course, the weight, that's the only tough thing about everything is the weigh-in. That's the thing you don't train for is the weigh-in, So I have to start, dropping that weight and stuff like that right now. But, yeah, I have to be 140 because I'm defending my belt. I have the NEBF right now at my weight. So I have to defend that belt, and I have to be at 140. So that'll be the exact weight.
All right, so 140 right on the nose. Any aspirations in the near future of moving up, or is 140 where you want to make your initial mark?
140 is where I want to stay right now. I'm very comfortable at 140. I'm very dominant at 140. I like 140 right now. I want to stay at 140. If I get all the belts, then maybe 47. But I have a smaller frame, so I probably can go up to 47. But maybe in later down the line. But right now, I think I'll stay at 140. I'll stay at 140 right now.
And give us a little bit of assessment of 140. As I said, from my estimation, it's wide open. Certainly a lot of good fights to be made. Certainly a lot of tough matchups to be made. I could see a lot of headaches there. A lot of guys taller. Your Rances Bartholomews, your Victor Postels. Give us. You got power punches like Cletus Saldin. Certainly a lot of different mixture there. Give us an assessment of the overall 140-pound division, and where does Regis Prograis think he fits in right now in that mix?
Well, like you said, you named a lot of good fighters, and a lot of fighters with a whole different, so many different things they can do. But I'm not even worried about that. I'm worried about getting to the belts. Whoever they put in front of me, I'm going there and I'm going to destroy them. So right now, I know Mikey Garcia is at 35, but supposedly he's going to go up to 40. And Terrence Crawford, to me, is the best one at 140 right now. He has 2 belts. So, eventually, I want to get up and fight who I have to and to get those belts. And now Ricky Burns he has a WBA championship, and I would love that fight actually right now, and my visa's good, and he's looking for an opponent in England, so I'll definitely do that. And I'm not sure. I know they had somebody else had the other belt, but I'm not sure if he still has it. So the IBF is Julius. The IBF champ is Julius Ndogo, a guy I admittedly don't know much about. Oh, all right. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I don't know him either. So I'll get that belt. That's something out there for me too. That could be my belt. That belt could be, have my name on it, So like whoever you just said for the IBF and this WBA, Ricky Burns, let's after this fight, I'm ready. I feel like I am ready for that. I only have 18 fights, but I feel like, I can definitely take out, at least one of those champions. I don't know the other one, but I'm pretty sure I can whoop him. But the WBA champion, Ricky Burns, I definitely would love that fight, So whoever they put in front of me, man, I'm just ready. And, eventually if I need to get to Terrence Crawford, then I would. He's the champion. I respect him, and he's very, very good. But, of course, he has what I want, and eventually, if he doesn't go up, then I will want those belts. But I'm pretty sure, he's trying to go up and get Pacquiao and all that stuff, or whatever he's trying to do at 47. But if not, then I'll make it happen with whoever.
Yeah, Crawford's obviously the cream of the crop, but like you said, everything that's rumored about him is moving up. So we'll see what happens there. Good stuff there. So with all of these different styles, as an overall theme. Who do you rather face off against? A guy who's going to come right at you, but could hurt you. A guy with big power, or a slickster, a cutie. Who would you rather face? What kind of style would you rather face? What do you think you would excel the most against, or maybe have the most trouble against? I mean, those cuties. A lot of guys like to stay away from them, but to me, that's like the ultimate challenge. Knock out a guy who is doing everything to avoid action. I mean, but you're the guys that are in the ring.
Of course.
What do you like? How do you like to approach your opponents?
Like I said, I want that fight to where I can do so many things, because I can't. If I have a big puncher in front of me, I can box. I know I can be real slick, and I can box. I can box his head off. But if you have somebody that's slick and is a little more slick than me, I can walk him down. Because I know I have power in both of my fists, so I know I can walk him down. So. It really, to me, it doesn't matter. I'm preparing for all styles. The 140-pound division is it's stacked right now. It's a lot of people with a lot of different styles. So I have to be ready for all of that. And I think that I am. And if not, I'm not right now. Then I'll be ready in a couple of more fights. Because I know Terrence Crawford, he can do. I'll prepare for somebody like him. He can turn right-handed, left-handed. He can do so many different things, and so I prepare for something like that. He's versatile, and I feel like I'm versatile also. But a lot of people haven't seen, the things that I can really do yet, because I haven't had the fights to where I need to keep, changing up, and I need to keep, reinventing myself after every, couple of rounds. So it doesn't matter. Styles to me doesn't matter, but I want, if I like anything, I like to fight more than anything. I'll get in there and bang it out with somebody. If that's what you're asking, I can get in there and I can bang it out with whoever. I can go in there and just, stand inside, and we can fight like that for 12 rounds. And I love that, but at the same time, I know how to stay on the outside and box, or if I need to move my feet, I need to move my head, be slick, I can do whatever I need to do.
It sounds like that after Saturday, you want to fight Burns or one of the other title holders. You would take that fight immediately. But it sounds like you're hinting at maybe another fight or two before Crawford. But I don't think you would turn the Crawford fight down if it approaches itself as a next fight. Or would you? Would you want to wait a couple of more fights, even if it is risking that payday? Do you want to wait for the Crawford fight?
You know what? That's a good question. I think me as a fighter, I would take it. Of course, me as a fighter, I would take it. But, thinking about what my manager would probably do, he probably wouldn't take that right now. Let me develop a little more. But at the same time, I do think that if I hit Crawford, I think I can hurt him. He's been hit a couple of times, and he's a beautiful boxer, but I think that if I hit him, because I'm a real 140-pounder, and he fought real 140-pounders, but I think that if I hit him, I have a different type of power that, maybe I can hurt him. But, like I said, maybe, wait a couple of fights before, then I'll take that fight, because I still only have 18 fights right now. I'm not even at 20 fights yet. So, right. But definitely Ricky Burns will definitely get that one.
Okay, now obviously the skills are there all around. You could do pretty much anything from everything we've watched. where does the power come from? Were you always a guy that had heavy hands? That was a natural puncher. Or did you learn any kind of technique that helped you become a better power puncher? Because I always hear various reasons as to why certain guys hit so hard and other guys don't. So give us a take on why do you think you have that special power that not a lot of fighters can sustain or even have at all?
Honestly, I think it's just God-given. You're born with it. To me, you're born with a punch or you're not born with a punch. You know, that's the whole thing. And I go out there and I want to hit my opponents hard. You know, I know, like I said, people are born with punches. You know, I think that, you know, it's just something that God gave you. I'm blessed with punching power. You know, so it's nothing. I mean, you can work on it. Of course, you can turn your hips more and turn your hands over. But at the end of the day, if you're born with it, you're born with it. If you're not, then you're not. You know, so I know that I feel like I'm born with punching power, and I go out there and I try to hurt my opponents. You know, so because I go out there and I wanna hurt my opponents. I want to destroy my opponents. So that has, you know, bad intentions. That has a lot to do with it also.
Yeah, because I remember talking to the trainer Billy Briscoe, and he said, you know, a lot of times it's just what you're born with. George Foreman would have been a hard puncher even if he never fought. If he was a construction worker or a lawyer, he would be a guy that had heavy hands who could hit hard. But what about facing other punchers? Have you been hit yet hard enough where you think you've been hit as hard as you might have hit somebody? Has anybody overwhelmed you or at the very least impressed you with their punching power, whether it's in sparring or in a professional fight?
Oh, yeah, of course. I've been hit. Yeah, I've definitely been hit before in sparring and in a regular fight. I fought earlier in my career, you know. I fought at like 47 and 50. And, you know, I've been hit by those guys, and I can take it. And I used to spar a couple of years ago with one of the twins, well, both of the twins, Jamel and Jamal Charlo, and they can, you know, of course, they can punch. So I've been hit.
Yeah.
You know, I've been hit by them too. You know, I've been hit by some big punches too, and I feel like I can take it. You know, I can take a punch if I need to. But of course, you don't want to take that. But I know I can take it if I need to.
All right, thanks there, Regis Prograis, undefeated 140-pound fighter climbing up the ranks. Big fight on Saturday, returning to the ring after unwelcome layoff. Ron Christian is still on the line. Ron, did you have a question for Mr. Prograis?
Regis, I don't see your upcoming fight, and I'm very interested in your career. It's not even showing up on BoxRec, your next fight. Is that coming up on this Saturday?
Yeah, it's not this Saturday, the next Saturday. Not this Saturday, not Super Bowl weekend, the next weekend, the 11th, February 11th.
Okay, February 11th.
All right. Well,
Rod's right. It's not listed anywhere. Maybe they'll get it up soon. But
hopefully
the venue is set.
Soon, I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. The
they need to hurry
usually
up
on
with
top
that.
of these things. Yeah. And let us know where we could see, because you said it's going to be on television, so we definitely want to see that. Yeah. But definitely, you're one of the guys that everybody wants to watch, Regis. Anything else, Ron, before we let Regis go?
No, this is one of the exciting young fighters that I like to see more of in a very exciting weight class. It's very, very cool. Very cool that you had him on tonight.
All right, thanks. Yeah, Regis, thank you. Before we let you go, you mentioned not the Super Bowl weekend. Super Bowl is coming up. That's usually a time for people, even those who don't watch football, to gather around and pig out, so to speak, and drink more than they probably should. You're in training. I mean, how are you going to deal with staying away from all that? You going to isolate yourself?
It's going to be torture, man. It's really going to be torture. And you know I'm in Houston, so the Super Bowl is here this year. So it's people.
Right, are you going to go to
Houston? You know, I'm not going to the game. I'm definitely not going to the game. But, yeah, it's people here everywhere, all around. And my gym is downtown right next to where everything is going on. So it's crazy traffic and everything is just picking up right now. But as far as that, yeah, man, that's going to be torture, you know, because I'm most likely I'll go to like a Super Bowl party by somebody's house, and it's going to be food all around and drinks, and I can't, you know, so I might just leave early because it'll really make me mad to be around all that stuff, and I can't even, you know, it'll just be too much temptation. And, you know, right now I'm in training, and I'm losing weight and cutting weight right now, so I can't. I'm not even supposed to be around you, but of course I'm gonna watch the game. But
no setbacks, Regis.
Yeah.
You're too valuable of a commodity for us. We're doing the selfie crowd here. We like your fight. We like to see you fight. So no setbacks here. But do you have
No,
a
I
prediction?
won't. I believe I won't. I won't. I remember it was. I forgot what happened. It was another time. I think I had a party to go to, so I went to some party. It was maybe another Super Bowl game around the fight, and I had to sit around and eat like fruit. And everybody's eating all kinds of stuff, nachos and chicken wings and all that, and I'm sitting there like eating the fruit. And they're like, "What the hell is wrong with you?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got to fight in a couple of days, so I can't eat that." So it'll be the same thing. It's just big time torture. But it's of course it's always worth it. So after I fight, then I can do all that other stuff. So it don't matter.
All right, good stuff there. Regis Prograis, thank you for your time. You'll be stepping in the ring again on February the 11th. Once we get more details, get it out there for the fans. We thank you again for coming on. Always a pleasure talking to you. And floor is yours. Any closing remarks you want? Throw your social media feeds out there. Anything you want the fans to follow or know about yourself, now's the time.
Yeah. Go ahead on Facebook. It's Regis Prograis. You can follow Regis Prograis. Follow my fan page. It's Regis Prograis. My Instagram is same thing, Regis Prograis, and Snapchat is Regis Prograis, Regis_Prograis 1. And yeah, that's everything. I think that's everything.
All right, thank you, and we love you. We love watching you fight, and get back in there. Thank you. Thanks for coming on again. Have a good night.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
You too.
All right, good stuff there. And always a great interview. Guy very honest and candid, and gives it to you straight, just like his punches, Ron. So since you're here, we'll throw it a little bit more, if you don't mind sparring with me.